The time is now 5:52 on this Friday morning, and here's what you need to know before you go. One family is displaced after a house fire that happened last night. Multiple fire departments responded to the scene last night near Sawyer in Carlton County. The family tells us the fire damaged the second story of the home on Perch Lake Road between Carlton and Cromwell, while the upstairs sustained significant fire damage. The family says thankfully no one was hurt. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. Updates for the city of Rice Lake now. After the resignation of Mayor Suzanne Herstad. As we've reported, Herstad stepped down last week on Monday. The Rice Lake County appointed Jamie Heim as the temporary mayor. She will serve as mayor until residents elect another during a special election. That date is yet to be released. As for Mayor Heim's now empty council seat, the council will appoint someone to fill that position. That person will then serve on the council until December of 2026. City leaders say no special election will be required.
I'm Scott Jensen. I'm running for governor to bring our Minnesota back.
After losing to Governor Tim Walz as the GOP candidate in 2022, Dr. Scott Jensen announced his 2026 gubernatorial campaign yesterday. In his announcement video posted on YouTube, Jensen said liberal policies have made Minnesota too expensive, too dangerous, and thrown culture out of whack. Jensen is a family physician and a former state senator. He joins Republican Kenneth Qualls, a former healthcare executive and U.S. Army veteran who announced his run for governor earlier this year. Governor Walz has yet to announce whether he'll seek a third term as governor. Community members came together yesterday to honor civil rights icon Congressman John Lewis. The gathering at a Veterans Park in Cloquet was organized by Cloquet Area Indivisible and joins a larger Good Trouble Day of Action movement across the country. It features a symbolic march across the overpass spanning the St. Louis River, paying tribute to Lewis's historic 1965 march across the bridge in Selma, Alabama. The group says the memorial also serves as a reminder to protect democracy, voting rights, and civil liberties. Now in some sports news here, Park Point was filled with hundreds of people last night to take on the annual Park Point 5-miler. Now that's the oldest race in northern Minnesota. The course took racers from the beach house up and down Minnesota Avenue, all between the harbor and Lake Superior. So in both the men and women's categories, there were a pair of top place finishers. For the men, St. Scholastica track star Lars DeWaal broke a 50-year record, coming in at a time of 42 minutes and 12 seconds. But when it comes to the women, a UMD grad student took the crown. Shaylin Hostagger ran in 29 minutes and 9 seconds, beating out defending champion Chelsea Youngberg, who was this year's runner-up. But when it comes to Shay, she has experienced a few firsts in Duluth, including never having won this race. This is also her first summer in Duluth and the first time she says she has broken tape at a race.